Hello out there in internet land. It's sure good to be here. Alrighty, well, as I'm sure you've heard many times, during a pandemic, musicians have a lot of time on their hands. And I tried to spend a lot of that time that I wasn't performing writing songs. So guess what? You get to hear some new songs. So here we go. I ran to a guitar man singing all alone. He said he was looking for a band and ready to leave home. When our conversation came to playing for the crowd, he said, I play my music hard and fast and loud, real hard and fast and loud. I said, buddy, won't you slow down? Music's to enjoy. How you ever gonna touch someone when you're running that way, boy? Buddy, won't you slow down? Music's to enjoy. If you miss the simple pleasures, you'll forget to see the joy. You'll forget to see the joy. Then I ran into a businessman who worked hard all his life. He said, I'm working on a better way for my kids and wife. He was always working and he never would slow down. He said, I make my living real hard and fast and loud, so hard and fast and loud. I said, buddy, won't you slow down? Life is to enjoy. How you ever gonna touch someone when you're running that way, boy? Buddy, won't you slow down? Life is to enjoy. If you miss the simple pleasures, you'll forget to feel the joy. And you got nothing on me, boy. Well, I have traveled all over this land looking for the way, always trying to touch someone through every song I play. Worrying, hurrying far too much, it's time to settle down. It seems our lives have all become too hard and fast and loud, very hard and fast and loud. Everybody, won't you slow down? Life is to enjoy. How you ever gonna feel something if you're running that way, boy? Everybody, won't you slow down? Life is to enjoy. If you miss the simple pleasures, you'll forget to see the joy. You'll forget to feel that joy. Well, there's one. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. I'm not the kind of fellow who usually writes love songs, but I wrote a couple during quarantine. Here's one of them. Will I ever write a song again? There's so much left to sing. I know that other writers get a block, but that don't help a thing. I just sit and watch the clock to see what it may bring. Inspiration. You are my inspiration. There's so many songs out there, but none can quite compare with the song I wanna write about my love. Well, I could sit here for 100 days and never find the song to explain the way I feel for you while others sing along. I don't know just what I'm gonna do, but I know where I belong. It's here beside you. I wanna be right here beside you. There's so many songs out there, but none can quite compare with the song I wanna sing about my love. You're the one, you're why I never feel alone, and you're the reason that I always come back home. You are why there are times I even care. Oh, you're the one with whom I'll always share. If I ever write a song again, I hope that you will hear all the love I always feel for you and never have a fear. 'Cause wherever in this world I go, you know I'm always near. Inspiration, you are my inspiration. There's so many songs out there, but none can quite compare with the song I wanna write about my love. There's so many songs out there, but none can quite compare with the song I'll always sing about my love. Thank you, friends. Thank you, friends. This is so much fun. I want to thank all the folks responsible for making this happen this year. It's sure a lot of fun. Well, here's a song about Estes Park when I was a kid in the last century. Long ago when I was young, my life's adventure just begun. I grew up in a western town with open spaces all around. Rustic lodges once were there where folks could breathe the mountain air. They'd come for their vacation to the horse capital of our nation. We were proud to be a western town, but these days that's all turned around. When people see my hat and boots, they stare and wonder about my roots. It ain't such a mystery, just listen to the history. Although it seems all upside down, I'll always love my western town. We had Old West shootouts afternoons, evenings filled with cowboy tunes, squared and steak fried late at night, then early up before daylight. Livery stables every mile, just thinking about that makes me smile. More dude strings than there were hikers, now it's herds of mountain bikers. We were proud to be a western town, but these days that's all turned around. When people see my hat and boots, they stare and wonder about my roots. It ain't such a mystery, just look into our history. Although it seems all upside down, I'll always love my western town. Proud to be a western town, But these days that's all turned around. They see my cowboy hat and boots, they stare and wonder about my roots. It ain't such a mystery, just listen to the history. Although it seems all upside down, I'll always love my western town. Oh, these days it's all turned around, I'll always love my western town. True story, a little Estes Park history there. This is also a true story. I remember walking through the forest. Her golden hair was shining in the sun, talking about the things we shared between us, and feeling all my battles had been won. I remember standing in the river and listening to that rushing water sound. Remember how I felt to be with her. The aspen leaves were falling all around. And you know she is so good for me. She helps me find myself and understand. Now every morning I awake to see her lovely smiling face once again. I remember walking up the mountain. The autumn wind was blowing through the trees. Remember how I felt to be with her, with love as great and roaring as the sea. And you know she is so good for me. She helps me find myself and understand. Now every morning I awake to see her lovely smiling face once again. And I know she is so good for me. She helps me find myself and understand. And every morning I awake to see her lovely smiling face once again. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, here's a song that's not so new. I wrote this one a couple years back when Mark Rashid and I did an album together. And I've always loved bluegrass music. And so I wanted to create a solo guitar bluegrass love song. So buckle up. It's not pretty. I've been up in the mountains and I've been down by the sea. There are so many places I've roamed. All along, no matter where, I always felt so free, but I always seemed to spend the time alone. Then came you, ooh, ooh, then came you. Then there's you, ooh, ooh, then there's you. I've been some places that I really sort of like. and I have been some places I can't stand. All along I thought that I had figured out my life, and settling down was never in the plan. But then came you, ooh, then came you. Then there's you, ooh, then there's you. Take it, boys. I've lived down by the ocean and I've lived up in the hills. There are so many places I've called home. I've had adventures, Lord, and I've had some thrills, but I always seem to spend them all alone. Then came you, ooh, then came you. And then there's you, ooh, then there's you. Then came you, ooh, then came you. Then there's you, ooh, then there's you. Woo! All right. Well, Master of Ceremonies, do I have time for one more tune? Yes? Okay. This is not a new one. I've had this one around for about 15 years. But it's one that I often get requests for, and although nobody asked for it tonight, I feel like playing it. It's a song about this beautiful place where we live. We live in paradise, with mountains reaching up to the sky, a raging fire down deep inside, and this is where we abide, with cool rivers running through the land, and gentle breezes through the aspen stand. See our smiles and understand we live in paradise. There's a meadow in the mountains hidden by the trees, where the elk are often grazing in the summer breeze. Wildflowers blooming beneath the sky so blue. I'd never know this place if it weren't for you. Up among the rocks the bears are sleeping in. They're listening to Mother Nature's sacred hymn. Far above the traffic and the city lights, they live in paradise. We live in paradise, mountains reaching up to the sky, raging fire down deep inside. This is where we abide. Cool rivers running through the land, gentle breezes through the aspen stand. See our smiles and you'll know why we live in paradise. So let me tell you now how you have touched me deep, with the places you've shown me on the mountain steep. The places never spoiled by the road and wheel, all the houses and construction, concrete, glass and steel. I'm grateful for the cliffs so very hard to climb. They have kept the sacred places pure throughout all time. Far above the traffic and the city life, they look like paradise. We live in paradise, mountains reaching up to the sky, raging fire down deep inside. And this is where we abide, with cool rivers running through the land, or ocean breezes blowing across the sand. See our smiles and understand we live in paradise. See our smiles and you'll know why we live in paradise. May you all be well and happy, everybody. Peace and love. Thanks a bunch.